and natural, sometimes insanity. And so Paul doesn't pull any punches here. He gets very explicit, especially when you stretch out what he's saying under the anointing of the Holy Ghost. And what he's saying, he says, because although they knew God, they did not glorify him as God. If mankind doesn't understand God in the realm of creation, they're not going to understand him in anything else. It's a really common sense thing. If we don't understand God in the realm of creation, David said, or the psalmist said, the heavens declare the glory of God. They declare his works, his handiwork. And if we don't recognize God in creation, we aren't going to recognize him much of anywhere else. It's kind of a starting point, really, so to speak. So he says, they didn't glorify him as God, nor were they thankful. They refused to honor him, and it resulted in a lack of gratitude for his gifts. Listen, so many people in the world today take God's gifts for granted. They take the gift of breath. Everybody breathe in real deep. Release that. That's a gift. That's a gift. They don't thank God for the gift. I don't know why they think that they're owed breath. Some people seemingly. They think that they're owed breath. That's just supposed. But now you let that breath start getting cut short, and they'll begin to realize how powerless they really are. You know, when people feel like everything's going well and everything, I'm good and healthy and everything's going good, don't need God. Just need to do my thing, go my own way. But then once things change in their life, once that health changes, once that stroke takes place, or once that heart attack takes place, or once that cancer is diagnosed, or whatever the case may be, once the emphysema is diagnosed, and the people got to be on breathing machines and stuff like that, they begin to realize how powerless they really are. Amen? We begin to realize who God really is. And so if we don't recognize him in creation, we won't understand him in anything else. And so he says they were not thankful, but they became futile in their thoughts. The only direction that fallen man can go, considering he has rejected God. If you've rejected God, there's only one direction to go. Your thoughts become futile, useless. It becomes inadequate, for lack of better terminology. And so, again, in the extended Greek, men are without excuse. No, I'm sorry, verse 21. So they're thinking with vain imaginings, foolish reasonings, stupid speculations, and their senseless minds were darkened. Senseless minds, Paul says, were darkened. They became futile, vain, godless in their thinking. Let me give you a few of those right now, to show you where we are as a nation, show you how Paul pegged things where we are as a nation. First of all is abortion. Abortion, period, is wrong. Life begins at conception. We established that a couple of weeks ago. We established it a number of times over the years, and everyone else in the planet has established that. Abortion is wrong. Abortion is murder. Yes, there's hope for those who have been guilty of this sin. They can get forgiveness. God can use them and redeem their life. But the abortion itself, act of abortion is a sin. And if people die like that, they're going to find out how much of a sin it is. But now, the recent New York bill. Remember we mentioned last week that the week before last, the recent New York bill pushed that envelope all the way off the table. And others stood around, and they demonically grinned and cheered and celebrated this godless thinking of aborting a baby in the 9th month. That stupid governor in Virginia. And they know other way to say it. Paul said it's stupid. I'm going to say it's stupid. That kind of thinking. Who said that he believed that even when the baby's born, that the mother and the doctor need to get together and make a decision after the baby's born, they can make a decision as to where that baby's going to go on to live. That's murder. There's no other word for it. There's no other way around it. That is murder. God have mercy on anybody. And we got these people in our government, in leadership, in our government. Where do they come from? How do they get in office like this?